It's raining. It's pouring out there. The rain is back. Just great. Just when you thought it was over with the rain come right back. It's like, nope. Sorry, bitch. I'm raining. And I'm back. We're not done here, bitch. We still gotta, you know, we gotta water some flowers, the grass and shit. We gotta water the earth. I'm tired. Oh, now it's time to get back to working out, man, and staying consistent. I can run a little bit. My leg is still stiff though. I'm not, I'm at, I'm not at full recovery. I think I got a few more weeks before that. Everything's healing up just fine though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, thanks. Oh. Oh my God. Another day in paradise. What I'm trying to do is, man, I'm chasing this bag, man, to keep myself from being old and alone. That's how I think, man. I prepare for the future. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of cats, when they don't get their money together, that's what ends up happening, man. You know, men are a utility, bro. And if you broke, you're a broken utility that can't be used. You feel what I'm saying? That's how they treat men nowadays, man. It's a utility. You know, if you're not building society, if you're not chasing the dream, if you ain't becoming anything, that's what's gonna happen, man. You know, because nowadays women's expectations has went up throughout the goddamn roof. If you ain't pulling in them ducats, if you ain't chasing the bag, you know, you're gonna end up getting old and alone and dying alone too. That's just the way it is. If you don't live up to women's expectations, if you don't live up to society's expectations, your history, bro. Well, old and alone you're gonna be. You feel what I'm saying? Because then the thing is, if you don't get your money on, you can't get a decent woman. You can't have a family. If you're not making enough money to support your family, you can't have dependents unless you do it irresponsibly. You know, bring kids into the world, shit together. That's the only way you can like have kids and have a family and shit. You know, my father did it, my mother did it, brought me into the world without having their shit together, and I ended up taking on the burden that they left behind. I ended up, you know, suffering for their for their their mistakes and their flaws and their non-go-getterness. You know, I inherit the burden that they left behind, bro, which is poverty. You know, none of them thought to like even chase the bag throughout their entire life, bro. They got low self-esteem parents, irresponsible parents. Both end up dying alone, bro. They did. My mom was alone. She didn't have no new husband or nobody, man. She was in the house by herself. My dad, same thing. He didn't have no new wife or nothing like that, man. When they got old and their looks faded, man, they was alone by themselves. They could have lived a little longer if they would have had somebody living with them. Not necessarily, you know, a marriage or nothing like that, but just having a woman with you in your older age, man. It keeps you alive a little longer. When you by yourself, you live shorter, bro. You have shorter lives. I mean, sure, you could live up to be 70, you know, by yourself. Like this one guy who walks his dog, who hasn't had a woman in 20 years. He's around 70, okay? So yeah, there's a few people that can do that. You know, you get up to 70 without a partner or without a woman. Let's hurry up and get across this grass. Hurry up. Right now, there's a break with the rain, so hurry up and get to the destination. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to do right now, man. I'm trying to keep from being old and alone by chasing this bag. And once I get the bag, I'll never be alone. Once you get the bag, fellas, you'll never be alone in life. Even when you get old, bro, you'll have a woman, a younger woman, living with you, sucking your old, wrinkled dick. You hear what I'm saying? Yeah, because you run out of looks after a while, bro. You know, I know you don't see yourself getting old, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. You can't stop it. You can't stop from getting old. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers in my live stream yesterday talking about, you hella old. You hella old. Nigga, I ain't that old yet. I can still kick some ass. I'm still dangerous. Don't get it twisted. I'm 45, might be 45, but I still pack a mean punch. You get hit by my punches, man, you're gonna go down for the count. You know, motherfuckers still dangerous around 45. Now, I won't be dangerous around, 70 or something like that. If I was 70 years old, I would not be dangerous. What's up with it, Sean Breezy? Just trying to hurry up and get to the destination before this rain come back. Right now, we got a break. Good morning, Sean Breezy. I'm saying, don't get it twisted, nigga. I still pack a mean punch. You know, George Foreman, he won a championship bout at 46 years old. He dropped that motherfucker. Because George Foreman he still had that one hitter quitter in him. That's what helped him win that fight. When he won his title, his heavyweight title at 46 years old. Just whop. Good night. And I'm 45 and I can still whoop some ass. Now I won't be saying this shit in the next 20 years though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, man, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to keep from being old and alone. I'm looking forward toward the future. I'd say forget about right now. Look forward toward the future. Look forward toward the future. Forget about right now. Look forward toward the future. Look forward toward the future. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing, bro. Just looking forward toward the future. Oh my God. So that way, I got a lot of money. I always be able to attract young women. That's another thing. Like, after you get a certain age, young women don't want to fuck with you no more. You know, you get over 30, you know, young females, they just don't want to deal with you unless there's some money involved. And with the bag, you can continue to attract young females throughout your whole entire life. Okay? You'll be able to attract young women all the time, man. You won't be limited. See, when you get older without money, you become limited. Then women start to discriminate against you unless you got status and wealth. Oh, he's too old. He's too old. I don't want to deal with him. He's too old. Then when they find out you got the bag, and all of a sudden your oldness don't matter no more to them. That's how women are. They'll make an exception for some motherfuckers. Like, I ain't fucking with no 45-year-old man. He pull up in a Lamborghini. Oh, age ain't nothing but a number. Like, wait a minute, you talking about you wasn't gonna fuck with no 45-year-old man, but as soon as I pull up in that $300,000, $400,000 car, now you want to talk. Now you want to give me a shot. That's how women are, bro. They'll make an exception for you. You think Kanye would have been dealing with that girl, Bianca Centauri, or whatever her name is? You think she would have gave him a chance? He in his 40s, she in his 20s? Nah, the nigga got money and status, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Kanye, baby. And that white woman would have never gave him a chance if he was broke. You know what I'm saying? Because he worked hard and got the bag, man, throughout his youth. When he was in his 20s, he got hard. I mean, he worked hard and got to where he had to go. Now he get to enjoy the company of young women, the company of young, beautiful women in his 40s and 50s. Okay? That's what makes the bag so great. It's that bag will allow you to have access to young women in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. Okay? That's why we hustle to get it. I mean, it's worth it, man. Get that bag, get that young, smooth skin on that young female. Her skin is clearer. She's young. Her body's on point, man. Man, the bag is all that in a bag of chips, man. The bag is all that in a bag of chips. It'll allow you to get access to young females even if you're in your 40s and 50s, okay? But when you broke, man, and you just working a blue-collar job or whatever, man, when you ain't making a lot of money, bro, they're not gonna want to deal with you. That's why you see a lot of like dudes out here with older women and shit, because they ain't got no money. You know, dudes out here dating women around their own age. We got to. Like me, if I want to get laid, I got to be checking for the late 30-year-old women, right? Women who are around, 20, 38, 39, you know. I got to be checking for those type of women if I want to get laid. Because young females, most of them ain't checking for me nowadays. There's a few of them, though. There's a few that's still checking for me, man. You know, my looks ain't 100% gone. Because I was a good-looking man in my 20s. I was man. And you can still see it. It's the same thing with women who used to be beautiful. You know, they get to their 40s, they still looking good. They're like, God damn, that girl's still looking good because she takes care of her body and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, Kim K still looking good for her age. Why? Well, first of all, the fucking plastic surgery. You know. But even she would still look good, even though she didn't have no, she would, she didn't have no plastic surgery. She still would look good. Them looks don't really go nowhere. You don't go sub 5 just like that because you got older. Just the fact that you got wrinkles and stuff and gray hairs now, and you still look handsome. You can still look handsome, still look good, but your body got to be in shape. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll have a few young women checking for you. As long as your body's in shape, you'll have a few, yeah. Because muscle is muscle. It don't matter, man. You got muscle. You feel me? You got muscle, you can still attract a few young women here and there, man. If you fat and out of shape, you got a big old pot belly, man, they're going to leave you alone. You know what I mean? There's a lot of them, they start checking for you after you get a certain age. That's why you get the bag, so you can continue to fucking attract them, Finally, Mike Cyrus, he finally said something that made sense today. Women like security. Man, everybody clap your hand for Mike Cyrus. Finally, he came in here making sense this morning, man. Finally. How you doing, brother? Anyway, man, I gotta get up in here, man. It's cold out here. I can't be out here for too long. I just wanted to make this quick video. I'll be back on later, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. Yeah, of course a home is being automatically tall. Of course it is, bro. That's why I'm out here chasing this bag. And that's why I haven't been going on no dates, bro. You know what I'm saying? Why you think I ain't been going to no bars and nothing and flirting and mingling and nothing? I gotta get my shit together before I return to the dating market. You guys have a good day. I gotta go. Peace.